now on, you guys got to start letting me go first. You guys do realize without a mic drop, I'm really not that great. Yeah, I heard Brian. Brian told me he's going to do a mic drop. I said, you work your side of the street, buddy. Stay over there. I work this side. So, yeah, from the very beginning all the way through, everybody's just done a wonderful job. We are here for one reason only. Lots of other places that I would personally like to be. I'd like to be laying on the floor playing with my grandson right now, my granddaughter. I'd like to be at my mama's house eating some fried pork chops and taters and some of them biscuits and gravy. I know. There's food here, right? I don't want to get all these people hungry and then not have nothing for them. But lots of places I'd rather be. I'd rather be up in well, right now there's nothing. I like to hunt, but maybe a boat holding some fish in. I missed the white bass season, but then I heard it wasn't that great anyway, so that's all right. A lot of places we'd all rather be right now, but one thing has brought us together. One thing knits our heart, and that is we are fearful of the way this government is going, and we want our freedom. We want our individual liberties. My heart is broken for my country today. When I see people who try to silence someone who does not have the same view that they have, they hate them only because they do not agree with every word that they say or everything that they believe. My heart is broken today when I see our children in government-run schools not being taught the truth about our history, not being taught how to actually function in a society in a civil manner. My heart is broken when I see them forced into the rot that is being taught today. When little boys are sent home questioning whether they're still little boys or not, little girls sent home wondering if they're actually little girls or not, my heart is broken. My heart is broken when I see people who have worked all their lives, put their blood, sweat, and tears into their business, have a government come in and just unilaterally decide you can't open your doors now. And thousands upon thousands of them tonight sit at home broke and totally destroyed because of a federal government has overreached their powers. My heart is broken tonight when I see God-fearing, patriotic people afraid to join with me in this 1776 restoration movement because they're afraid of what the government will do to them if they join with us. And honestly, that breaks my heart the most. Well, no. What breaks my heart the most tonight is that those same people will not join with us because of that fear. Where in history has American men been so afraid that they would not stand up for what is right? Just a few days ago, we celebrated D-Day. On that awful day, American men, I mean real American men, swung their legs over the sides of those ships, dropped down into landing craft, and sailed off towards the shore where thousands upon thousands of German military were waiting to cut them down before they even stepped foot off of those boats. But they sucked up their fear, and they done it, and they won. If we're going to win in this battle that we're in right now, you men are going to have to suck up that fear and become a man and stand against this government. If we're not willing to take the risk, then you don't deserve the freedom. You're going to be a pansy, and stay at home. And I chose that word on purpose because the other one don't really work well in a live setting like this. No pansies deserve freedom. You know why the left hates us so bad? The same ones who mock us for being too small to get the job done constantly watch our live streams. They are just as hooked on our live streams as some of you all are. Why are you so afraid, and why are you so concerned with this little bitty group of people?
Right.
If we're that insignificant, why are you slandering me every single day? Keep it up. Thank you for the attention. You're only helping us out. I don't think they understand. I don't care. You're not going to back me into a corner. You're not going to shame me into a corner. I don't care anymore. I am a man. I have never in my life pulled my vehicle into a parking lot and played a radio trying to distract from somebody else's message that I didn't agree with. You bunch of pansies. But you know why they don't like it? The biggest reason? Because we are now starting to do the very same thing that they have been doing for decades. And they know it works, and they don't want us to do it. How do you think we've got such rotten laws passed? Because of people just like that were willing to stand up for what they believed in, that were willing to go out into the streets and march and protest. Now, here comes this little old fat guy who thinks he's Santa. I really don't. I really don't. That was a joke. This redneck hillbilly truck driver who admits he's not an expert of the Constitution, and somehow that invalidates his voice in this discussion. Excuse me, I'm not an electrician either, but my house has electricity. You want to know what's wrong with our country? Let me tell you what's wrong with it. This is just one thing that's wrong with our country. This here is a pocket constitution. It holds, in my hand right now, two of the greatest founding documents of any society. The Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, along with the Bill of Rights. It is less than 40 pages, or less than 50 pages, that's with everything. That's all the introductions and all the everything. 46 pages long. 46 pages long. Yet Nancy Pelosi, who gets the coveted number H.R. 1, is trying to pass a bill called For the People Act of 2019. It is anything but for the people. It takes away even that sovereignty of state-ran elections and tries to federalize it. These two documents that I hold in this little book have ran our country for over 230 years. This would make up just that one bill that she wants to pass. That's what's wrong with our country. When that right there is one law, but this has governed us for our entire society, something is wrong. When the government can send their goon squads into your communities, people who laid their hand on a Bible and swore an oath to the Constitution, can send other men and women into your cities to arrest you for not following illegal acts. Something's wrong with our country. We have standing around us law enforcement today. I've talked to all of these men. I've talked to the sheriff here today. I ain't rich, but I bet everything I've got, he ain't going to be one that does that to you. That's the kind of men that we need in our law enforcement as the head of it. We still have some great law enforcement officers, but there's some yahoos out there that believe and have drank the Kool-Aid, and they're willing to enforce anything that their bosses tell them because they don't want to lose their job.
Shame on them.
Exactly. And here we are. Some of these people have been with me for 15 weeks.
And we love you.
15 weeks I haven't drawn a paycheck. 15 weeks my brand new truck has been sitting in a protest somewhere. 15 weeks I've been putting everything I have on the line. I sold my house to buy that truck. I got 5 years left. I thought, well, I'll sell my house, buy the truck, live in it for 5 years. When I get done, I'll sell the truck, buy another house, and then I'll retire. But then this came up, and I said, as much as I love that truck, everything I've worked my entire life for is wrapped up in that truck. But it's just stuff. Freedom requires a high price to be paid. And I am man enough to do it for you. How many times have I been warned? You remember January 6th? Shut your mouth. I'm sick of hearing about January 6th. Doesn't scare me at all. Doesn't scare me at all. You know why? Because I'm not going to be breaking into the Capitol. I'm not going to be doing stuff like that. I am a protester. I'm not here to overthrow the government. As a matter of fact, I love this government. Overthrow it, nothing. But what I would like to ask is everyone that fills those offices in D.C., I wish they would resign in utter disgrace for what they have done to our system of a government. I got a blood pressure cuff in your car. My head turned red yet. I've been staying out of the sun today. That ain't the problem, I don't think. I am sick and tired of people sitting around and just whining about what's going on in D.C. You know why it's so important that we straighten out D.C.? Because according to the 10th Amendment, a state has a sovereign right to do whatever they want to do with their government. If California wants to act completely stupid, they got a right to act completely stupid. And as a citizen of that state, if I was a citizen of that state, if I didn't appreciate what California was doing, I could pack my family up and go to a state that most rightly aligned with my beliefs. But when the federal government starts to act stupid, where are you going to go then? This is why they can't have that kind of power. It comes down, as Marshall said, it comes down to even your city. That is the most powerful government that should be, because they are the ones that are closest to you. So when this glutted, bloated monstrosity of a federal government comes out and says, this is what we're going to do, it's our responsibility, our duty to stand up and say, no, you're not. No, you are not. Well, you're an insurrectionist. No, I'm not. I'm a patriot. I love this. I would die for this. And you're not going to take this from me.
That's right.
Not with stuff like that. It's not going to happen. This is your battle, folks. This is bigger than you, but it's your battle. If you don't stand up now, they will ruin your life. You think that high gas price you're paying right now is because of Putin? Are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me? It's every bit Joe Biden's fault. The first day in office, he shut down the pipeline and he shut down fracking and drilling on federal lands. If you bring down the supply, but you don't bring down the demand, you get high gas prices. And now they're talking about we need more refineries. We've been saying that for years, but they didn't want to do that, did they? You know why? Because they're trying to make your life a living hell. They're trying to destroy you. 791 pages of rot gut, nasty, vile, constitutional breaking law in one bill. What are they trying to do? They're trying to take away your sovereign right to vote for who you want to be in office.
They've taken that away.
No, they haven't. They think they've taken that away. We are not going to put up with it anymore.
Paper ballot.
They don't fear me. Well, they kind of do. Because I'm the one that's got the balls to stand out here and say it.
Yeah.
That's why they fear me. That's the wrong word, wasn't it? The guts. Sorry. Sorry. I'm the one that's got the guts to stand there and say it, and I say it like a Pentecostal preacher. Or a saved Southern Baptist. That's why they don't like me. Because they know that you know the truth, but you don't know what to do. I'm telling you tonight what to do. Join us.
That's right.
Join us. When we go into D.C. and do our protest, be there. And if you're not, don't you sit at your barbershop on Monday morning and complain about the way the federal government's treating you anymore. You've lost your right to do that. Time for talk is over. Now you need to protest. Now you need to stand up and do what the left has done for years, and they've been successful in it. Now it's our turn. Now it's our time. DC has already threatened me. They threatened my CDL.
Are you scared?
Do I look scared? Do I look scared?
Hell no.
They said that I'm an insurrectionist, that I'm a, what's the other word they call me? What's the, a what? Oh yeah, I'm an anti-vaxxer. I don't care if you've got 3 vaccines. I don't care if you've got 100 of them. That's your choice. Do it. If you want to wear 10 masks, hey, great for you. But don't you expect me to do what you do because you're scared. I don't care how you live your life. That's why I'm here. That's why I don't understand why people I don't think they understand why I'm here. They think I'm against them. I'm not against you. I want you to be able to live as free as you can possibly live. I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care what kind of car you drive. You want to drive an electric car? I don't care. On a biblical basis, we may have a disagreement about that. But on a political level, I don't care. This Constitution, listen to me. Hear me out before you throw me out. This Constitution gives the witch as much right to practice their religion as it does the Pentecostal preacher.
But don't push it on me.
And if you don't like the message of the witch, then have a better message. And I'm going to tell you, the message of Jesus Christ, there is no comparison anywhere close to it. That's why I can stand on the Constitution and say we live and we die by it. Mr. Biden said that none of these are absolute. Excuse me? I disagree.
I disagree.
Oh, you can change them. You can get 2/3 of the states to ratify and change a constitutional amendment. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. When are you going to stand up and become as active as the left has been? The day for sitting back and watching everything on TV and going to work and complaining about it is over, folks. On July 4th, we will begin our protest in Washington, D.C.
Yep.
It will not be a protest of violence. As a matter of fact, on the back of my truck, I am now flying a white flag just to say that I am peaceful.
Yep.
I am peaceful. No weapons will be allowed in this protest.
That's right.
You will not be carrying weapons into Washington, D.C. That is just all there is to it. I'm a strong Second Amendment supporter. I've got some of those things myself, and I can't hardly go into a gun store without walking out with yet another one.
Amen.
I just dearly love them. When I'm in regular mode, I'm carrying. I'm a concealed carry holder in Ohio, and I know every state that I'm allowed to carry in, and I know the states that I need to tear mine apart completely in. I'm a law-abiding citizen, never spent one night in jail. The only handcuffs that were ever put on me was when I worked in a prison and they were doing practices with us. And that was plenty enough for me. I didn't like that then. Every time them gates slammed behind me when I showed up to work, I was like, whew, I'm glad 8 hours from now they're going to open them up again. My last speeding ticket was either in 1988 or 1989. I can't remember. It's been so long ago. I did have an overlength ticket from a municipality one time. I didn't know what a Type 3 truck was in Illinois. I seen the sign. I'm like, what's a Type 3 truck? And I seen some trucks like mine coming at me. I said, well, I must not be a Type 3 truck. No, I was a Type 3 truck. I think that's what it was. I was just a little bit too long. I have lived my life, tried to live my life above reproach, all of my life. I've always honored those who were in authority over me. I've always prayed for those that despitefully used me. And I've always had a smile and a handshake for anybody that wanted it. But my life has changed. I see that they are trying to destroy the country that I love. And by that, I mean you.
Yeah.
You are the country that I love. And for some reason, God, on something that borders on miraculous, has chosen a redneck hillbilly truck driver from a little town in Lebanon, Ohio, to step out and do what I'm doing. And chose all of you that have stayed with me and asked me to do this. And I thank you, every one of you that have stayed with me. I asked them the other day, I said, you remember when this all went down? I didn't come for you. I pulled off the lot and went somewhere else. And about 45 minutes later, here comes Big D and Rose and everybody else. Big D blowing his horn, sirens are blaring. I said, I didn't choose you guys chose me.
Amen.
And I'm eternally grateful for the honor that you've bestowed upon me. And I will not fail you.
We won't fail
I
you.
will not fail you.
Yeah.
Because I love you. because you are my countrymen. I've got Sarah and Ben standing back here in their 80s. In their 80s. Standing on that hot 110-degree heat index over a stove, fixing breakfast and dinner. I've got Ann. She's standing over that hot stove, fixing dinner. I see you get out of your cars in the morning. Makes me ashamed to have this. I see you sleeping in your seats. You guys are patriots.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All the way through. I will not fail you. I will not fail you. I've seen you dig in your pockets, pull out what we needed to fund this movement.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
Thank you,
I
God.
love you for that.
Thank you, God.
Woo!
God has blessed us in so many ways that I can't count them. Every day is another miracle. Every day is another eye-opening experience. And every day just furthers my determination to do what needs to be done to bring our country back to its rightful place. A constitutional republic.
That's right.
This is the law of the land, not that.
That's right.
If we're going to have a constitutional republic, we must return to a moral society. Our founding fathers, when they developed this system of government, said it'll never last if the nation becomes immoral. This is going to hit you where it hurts, but you're going to have to start becoming a moral people again. That means respect for your neighbors,
Yep.
respect for those who even disagree with you. Joe and I had a heated debate the other night. There's about 5 or 6 people sitting around and listened to us. They were getting a big kick out of it because he's passionate about what he believes in and I'm passionate about what I believe in, and they're not the same thing. But at the end of it, I looked at him and I said, Joe, I'd rather lose the argument than lose you as my friend. You don't have to be right every time.
That's right.
Sometimes there's things more important than winning the argument.
Amen.
I love him. He loves me. At the end of the day, we hugged each other and we went our separate ways. The next morning, we come out, hugged each other again and said, good morning. That's what America was supposed to be like. As a nation, God could rightly, right now, justly destroy us as a nation. We have allowed the death of over 6 million unborn children. And many of us never even shed a tear about it, much less stood out and protested that act. God's going to hold us accountable for that one way or another. The only escape we have from that is that we fall on our faces and ask God to forgive us of our sins and bring us to a right relationship with Him again. Clap on that one if you will. We have sat back and let evil prevail. Enough is enough. Stand up, America. Don't be afraid of them. Stand up. When they are afraid of us, that's where there's liberty.
That's it.
But when we are afraid of them, that's where there is tyranny. And I will not live in tyranny.
Stop it. Raise your hand. Stand up. We got to take our country back. Come on. Come on. Join us. This ain't no game. This is our country. This is our kids. These are our grandkids. Come on, people. This place should be full. They should be going around the corner. He's right, I'm passionate. I am very passionate. I signed my life for this country. Thank God he didn't take me for it. He did take a lot of friends. Man, come on, people. Come on.
Give it up for Joe. All right. So I'd like to just give a little shout out to everyone who helped out put this together. First, Plumber B, could you stand? You don't have to come all the way up here, but could you just stand? And your wife, Rhonda. Thank you so much. We have a little token of appreciation for you from Yvonne. Yep. Oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh. So Yvonne, give it up for Yvonne. She is making our t-shirts. Can you be Vanna? Show everyone our t-shirts. At the back. Woohoo! Awesome.
So, I'm not very good at this, and I really don't like being on the live streams, but there was so much work put into this rally, and our movement as a whole, not just me, wants to say that special thank you to that gentleman back there, Bill, who we just recognized. Bill, you want to come on up? Can you come up and get this? And is your wife here? Come on up. Rhonda, come on up. These two have plastered this town for us with our brochures and all the promotions for this rally. We came up actually to try and hit places. They already had every place done. They have been so tremendously helpful. So, especially for you, and it will give you room as well. That's for you. I came from a hot rabbit, and this is for Rhonda. Please come over and get it. Thank you both so very much. I think everybody, offer these two a big round of applause, please. They were just as much a part of this rally as as everybody that put their boots on the ground putting it together for you. In addition to them, we have two more to thank, and that's Carla and Brian. Carla and Brian, where are you guys at? Carla and Brian, I know they were just back there, that's all. Not sure where they are, they could be hiding somewhere. But anyway, a big thank you to them. They were inspirational to us this morning. They were boots on the ground for us here as well in Berkeley Springs, and we give them a great big thank you. They also already received their shirts from us, from the movement in and of itself, not just from me. So if you can give Carla and Brian a big round of applause. I know they're going to hear you because they're here, but they're hiding. And if I know them, what they did was went and put money for those t-shirts probably in a donation box somewhere. So thank you to them.
Thank you, Yvonne. Give it up for Yvonne. All right. Before we close out the evening, want to also just recognize the city of Berkeley Springs. Thank you so much for letting us be here this afternoon. Thank you for protecting us as well. Give it up for them. And all of your locals. We even have people who donated chips, who are like, hey, what can we do? Do you need more water? They brought in more water bottles, so thank you so much. And I'd like to end singing a couple of songs. How about we sing God bless America, God bless USA, God bless USA, and Battle Hymn of the Republic. I invite all of you to stand. Let's all sing it together. Okay? And then if you like to lead. Let's do Battle Hymn of the Republic because I have that. Yeah, because of the... Alright. Let's make sure, hopefully everyone remembers, Alright, well, we can sing together. Okay.